Here's how to check your faucet if it seems to be running slow, if it's like going like this or very weak. Most often it's this screen filter. Okay, now sometimes you can just take your fingers, do that. If it's a little tight, you can use one of these jar opener things and then screw it like that. If it's still too tight, take a pair of pliers, put a cloth around it, and then loosen it that way. Once you get it loosened, you can just take it off with your fingers. And you're turning it to the left. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it depends on how you're thinking about it. Turn to the left to unscrew it, which would be counterclockwise. Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, now you can see in here, and I haven't cleaned mine for, I don't know, 6 months maybe. And you can see little bits of debris that's in your water. And this happens everywhere, especially in Florida where you have hard water. Okay, so you got the little debris there. Okay, so what you do is carefully, without, let me put something over the drain so I don't lose this. I put my little thing down here over the drain. Okay. All right, so you just, there's a little screen on the back of this thing, but the little debris gets clogged on the inside. Okay, so what you do is just press this through and make sure you don't lose anything. Okay, so here's the casing part with the threads. Okay, and here's the part that gets clogged up, and there's a little washer, and try to keep it in the same position because there's little grooves that fit in your faucet that have been worn in there. Okay, so keeping these in the same position, if you can remember it, or set it down so that it's in one direction, and then what you're going to do is just rinse this part under the faucet. And you're just going to get all that debris off there. You can wash the other side too. And then actually you could even blow into the thing to see if it goes clear. Let me just, you don't really have to do this, but then now you can feel you can blow right through the thing. You can actually go both directions. Okay, so now it's the screen is clear on this part that goes inside the faucet, and it's clear on this side. Okay, so now I've got my little washer that I kept in the same position. Let me just rinse it off a little bit because it has some little teeny weeny debris. You put that back on there, and then you grab the chrome part, and the threads would be going up, and your screen is going to go down. That's the part that the water comes out of. So your washer's here on top, screen's on the bottom, the threads are on top. You put this back down in here and then gently just push it back down in there, trying not to damage the rubber washer. Okay, now it's fitting back down there, and if you wanted to, you could use your fingernail if you got some little lime deposits on this thing, and that'll clean them right off. Yeah, but you can see how the Florida water leaves these little deposits on everything. Okay, I'll just give it a final wash off. Okay, now all you got to do now is put it back on. Now this time you screw clockwise to screw it back on, or you turn it to the right. Make sure your threads are lined up, because you don't want to force anything. If you have to force something, you've got it not on straight. So make sure it easily goes on there, and just hand tight is all you needed. And that way you can come back later and unscrew it. Or if you had dry hands, you could unscrew it. My hands are all wet. So just do hand tight, and then you test it out, and then you see the water running like that. And before it was probably running like this, or something in between. that seems like you have low pressure, but actually it's just the screen was clogged up. So there you go. That's it. And there you go. You can unscrew it, screw it back up, hand tight, and you're all set. Okay, I hope that solves the problem. And that's 99% of the time. That's what happens when your water pressure seems low on one sink. Now, if your whole house is low, then that's another issue. But typically, it's just one sink. And I have that happen to mine, I don't know, every year or so. I have to clean out the little debris from the Florida water. Okay, that's it.